Hey guys, welcome back to another King reacting video. Hardcore Pawn officially ended after this happened, but before we begin, we hope to see you stay until the end, as you won't want to miss out on what we have in today's video. And also be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to never miss an upload.
Hey guys, before we get into the video, make sure to enter our giveaway to win any of these prizes. All you gotta do is subscribe to the channel, comment the keyword, like the video, turn on post notifications, and most importantly, watch the whole video.
Number 10, Bad Blood Broad. Some people thirst for independence, and you shouldn't blame them for going out of their way to find their own success. To end off the series, Hardcore Pawn left us off with a huge cliffhanger when Ashley Goldbride decidedly left the family business. Do you want to win a brand new iPhone or a brand new MacBook Pro? Maybe you'd prefer a $500 Amazon gift card? Well, comment the hidden message in this video for a chance to enter to win, as well as the show in typical hardcore fashion. For dramatic purposes, the show keys Ashley and Karen's longtime feud as a scapegoat so that she could actually kickstart her own online jewelry pawning business known as Font Checking Shop. In part to the celebrity status she attained through the time on the TV series, the business itself has been quite successful since its launch in December of 2015. As for Bronze's reasoning to separate herself on the family business, while her honest intentions to become an independent business owner and to spend more time with her husband and kids, others simply believe that she couldn't handle the constant fighting between the family members and angered customers. Number 9. Even the employees steal. Pawn shops are a hot zone when it comes to taking security measures, but it's still not uncommon to see a few amateur thieves try their luck every now and again. But your own employees naturally are the last people you had picked out as near to wells. The first incident that comes to mind from Hardcore Pawn is Joel Shannon, the shop's former head of security. Honestly, never saw that one coming. It occurred during the season 6 finale when police were brought in and shown several tapes of Joe stealing scrap gold off of Jeff's desk on multiple occasions. He rightfully admitted to his wrongdoings and was escorted out in handcuffs. Another incident, which occurred in season 4, was with their new jewelry counter employee, Teresa. Despite being hired by Ashley, they did not get along. She didn't even last a full episode before getting caught taking items out of storage and placing them online as for sale in case she wanted to buy them. Naturally, the two girls got into a Hardcore Pawn style scuffle, and so Teresa was finally fired. The worst offender, however, might have been when Persenia allotted more than $1,000 while working at the jewelry counter. After being confronted by Les, Seth, and Ashley about it, Christina was promptly taken away in handcuffs. Number 8. Cancelled. In a majority of programming overhauls of the True TV network, by 2014, they had looked to replace a majority of their reality TV show lineup with funnier, smarter, and more creative content, with the likes of Lizard Leg Towing and the South Beach Tow being the first to go. By the skin of their teeth, Hardcore Pawn managed to get a renewal contract for its 9th season. The show's format just needed to be drastically rebuilt. With an increased focus on customer negotiation and family drama, we saw a massive decline in these screaming matches that we're so accustomed to. Really, all we had in the first episode of the new season was a fake confrontation between Ashley and the allowed Spanish-speaking customer. Considering two derivatives of other True TV programs, the network felt 162 episodes were enough and no new contract was written for the 2015 year. Number 7. Where are they now? Hardcore fans may remember a longtime store manager and friend, Rich Pyle, for his lovable character, sense of humor, and centric hairstyle. Others, however, might know him for his abrupt departure from the store and subsequently the show after such a melodramatic ending at season 5. And this particular day of filming was a notably bad mood after just a few accidental slip-ups from other employees. Sadly, as a man of his word, Rich was the next person to mess up, and in a minor dispute, Les fired him, leaving viewers at home to feel somewhat betrayed in a way. It didn't take too long before Rich found new opportunities elsewhere. Though after working with American Jeweler and Loan for over 20 years, National Geographic approached Rich about becoming an urban prospector on the reality TV show Meltdown. Due to sets of his mole ratings, however, the show was scrapped after its first year. Since then, he's produced the RLM Gear clothing line with partner Darren Hamilton of Detour Muscle and has been a longtime musician as part of the band Superlast. So that explains his ostentatious facial hair. Number 6. Hardcore Problems, Chicago. With how popular Hardcore Pawn had become, averaging near 3 million views per episode, True TV sought out to capitalize on their cash cow and bring in Chicago's own royal pawn shop as Hardcore Pawn Chicago. They were worse in pretty much every way, most notably in the people they hired. According to TMZ, employees Jeremy Jackson and Carl Bell were busted after trying to sell $40,000 worth of goods they stole from their own shop. How these two characters thought the shop owners wouldn't notice a batch of missing Rolexes is beyond me. but at least they were caught before gambling the money away. As a result of the scandal, however, along with other mishaps, Hardcore Pawn Chicago was scrapped just after one whole season. Number 5. Thieving art dealers. American Jewelry and Loan found themselves in the middle of a $1 million theft after nearly purchasing stolen art. Luckily, before any money was handed out, the original owner called Les and everything was cleared up. As it turns out, 2 people came in with the art. Dean and Tony claimed Les was a family friend of theirs who could give a good deal on the paintings, when in actuality they've never met before. With $425,000 planned to be put into an escrow account more along the way, Les gave the 2 thieves his number for the original owner to call and make the final deal. But really, they told him they were getting less than they expected in hopes of pocketing the rest for themselves. Talk about scum. Number 4. Tragedy is the worst policy. You may recognize the local Detroit resident David Kaczynski, the buff bodybuilder, for a 2013 episode of Hardcore Pawn. He made a memorable appearance on the show after failing to intimidate Seth Gold, and was recalled again in 2015 when he was reported dead after a fatal confrontation with police. The 911 call was made early in the morning as a domestic disturbance to Kaczynski's apartment, and when he didn't comply with officers' orders, he was tased repeatedly. David Kaczynski's girlfriend wanted to remain nameless, but told reporters that he and her child loved him and that he gave her the emotional and financial support to return to college, and that there were no prior instances of abuse or violence in the relationship. As for his buff appearance on Hardcore Pawn, she explains it was a setup, a joke, and not real at all. Number 2. Detroit not as it seems. Up until season 9, Hardcore Pawn has always adhered to the melodramatic tendencies shared between customers and employees. It might be about their weight, their age, looks, and even speech. As a result, in the past, Hardcore Pawn has been met with heavy criticism for their sketchy portrayal of Detroit's population as a whole. Others have also complained of the surrounding areas Hardcore Pawn tends to show off, stating that the area is far nicer and more prominent than they play it out to be. Needless to say that the people of Detroit aren't too happy about it, which could also be the reason for all the angry customers. Number 1. Scripted content. Pawn Stars, Storage Wars, and Keeping Up with the Kardashians are just a few solid examples of phony reality TV. But where does Hardcore Pawn stand? In a video posted on Media Bistro in 2014, Les and Ashley sought to answer the question themselves, claiming that our show gets filmed at American Jewelry and Loan, where we are open from 6:30 to 6 days a week. We are 100% real. We work at the store. We are real. We are real people. We're not actors. Seth had a similar response in his 2016 Reddit AMA or Ask Me Anything, as well, claiming to be a pawnbroker, not an actor. Seth also raises a good point that because of how popular the show was and how they would film regularly is likely the reason why so many customers would act out. It gave them the potential to be on television. And with that being said, that concludes why Hardcore Pawn has officially ended. Feel free to comment down below what you thought about today's video and leave a like if you enjoyed. Also, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to see more videos similar to this one in the near future. And we'll see you next time here on King Reacting.
Hey, yeah. Lights, camera, action. Pull up with a bad bitch. If you want a set, show me the cash app. Hey, don't expect me to pick my phone when you call. I've been working, I've been serving extra. Yeah, we with the extras. Man on a mission, I ain't searching for my petrol. All I need to know is that my fam right.